Coloride. Coloride is a bear who once lived in the toy department of the biggest store. The day after he wanted, with all the other animals, dolls, for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shops buying all stores of things, but no one ever seems to want a small green bear in overalls. Then one morning a little girl stopped and looked strange into Coloride's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look at this very bear I always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I spent too much money already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He lost to one of his buttons to his shoulder straps." Coloride watched Sally as they walked away. "I don't know I lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers have gone, the doors were shut and locked. Coloride climbed carefully down from his shelf and began to search everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Steadily on his feet, the moving floor under him, quietly by ascending him, he had stepped into an escalator and went up. Could this be a motion? He wondered. "I think I always wanted to climb a mountain." He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there before his eyes was the most amazing sight. Tables, chairs, and lamps, and sofas, and rows of beds. This must be the place. Comfortably gasping, "I guess I always wanted to live in a place." He wandered around, amending the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I always wanted to step in a bed," and crawled into the large thick mattress. At once he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried, and he tried to pick it up, but like the other buttons on the mattresses, it was tied down tight. He yanked and pulled the button off. He yanked and pulled with his paws until pop. A button came off the mattress, and Coloride toppled over, banging into a falling lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Coloride didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going around the floor above. When he heard a crash, he came dashing down the escalator. Now who in the world didn't that expected? Somebody must be hiding around here. He flashed his light under and over the sofas and the beds until he came to the bed, his biggest bed of them all, and there he saw two fuzzy brown ears stuck in front of under the covers. "Oh, hello," he said. "How'd you get upstairs?" The watchman took Coraroid down under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other dolls. Coraroid was just waking up when the first customer came in to the store in the morning, and there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl that had seen him only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said. "Are you going to be... and you are going to be my very own bear. Last night I couldn't wait. I've saved my in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." Lucky. "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the lady asked. "Oh, no thank you," said Lisa answered, and she carried Coraroid home in her arms. She ran all the way to the front flight, the 4 flights of stairs into the family's apartment, straight into her own room. Coraroid blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and along the girl-sized bed stood a little bed just right size for him. The room was small, but nothing like that incongruous place in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I knew it. I always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Coraroid on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. "Just like I like you the way you are," she said, "but I'll make you yours, but more comfortable with your shoulder straps fastened." "You must be friends," said Coraroid. "I have always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and gave him a big hug.